And I'm going to start just with this area just below the thumb, between the thumb and the wrist. And we're going to work that meaty part, and we're going to go up and down that meaty area. Hello there, thanks for watching Elite Healers Sports Massage in New York City with me, Adam Cardona. Today's episode is going to be a fun one, and it's going to be an educational one. And I'm going to be teaching you how to use a massage gun for your hands. In this case, I'm going to be using a mini massage gun because it's just a little easier to hold, but there's nothing wrong with using a larger massage gun to get the same results, because what you need are those attachments, and you need to know how to use them properly to get the results to help you relieve those tight hands. Because I'm sure if you work with your hands like me, or if you're just one of those people that text messages all day and maybe has a stiff neck and also some like thumb tightness going on, then this video is going to be exactly what you need to watch and to learn the techniques to provide a little bit of relief for those areas. Now, as always, before we get started, I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. And if you're excited to watch this video and you enjoy the videos, as always, make sure you press down that like button. For you new people, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so now let's do the intro and get started on the lesson. Alright, so the next part of what we're going to be doing is the intro part. So now I've taken a few of the pieces out. I have two of the flathead pieces. I'm going to go with this flathead piece because it's a little bit soft and more cushy. We're going to get into a little bit more specific of a treatment, get into the little bit of meat that's on your hands, because on those parts of your hands that are slightly more meatier, they're going to be crucial in helping you release some of the tightness in your hands, especially if you're an avid texter and you get a lot of stiffness in your hand from texting. Now, for the warm-up, anything in your hand in this part, the palm, aka the palmar aspect of your hand that you want to take care of, it's going to be connected to the soft side of your forearm. So when it comes to that, sometimes to relieve the pain in your hands, you also have to relieve the pain in your forearms. What we're going to be doing is a warm-up that's going to cover the palm. So I put it on the flat piece, I turn it up. I'm going to turn it up to the third of the 5 speeds, and I'm just going to start with little counterclockwise circles on the palm of my hand. I keep the hand open. I don't have it like super stiff like that. I just have it kind of relaxed and open, so none of the muscles are really stretched out. And I make little circles just like this. I go up and I just cover the hand, still making those little circles, nice and slow. You know, it's usually, if you're trying to relieve the pain, it's more of a cool down thing. So if you're doing it after a long day, you can hang out in an area for more than 30 seconds just to kind of get it to relax. I'm going a little bit faster than that, only because I don't want to bore you with the video. And you do little hand circles just like that. You go down into the forearm, and basically what you're doing is you're just introducing wide coverage. That's why I use usually the flathead piece or the round piece. You can cover the area in a gentle, less invasive kind of way, so that way it really does serve as a good warm-up, you know. And then you can do that. And I would suggest one thing is that when you're warming yourself up and then you go into treatment, focus on the one arm. So like right now, I'm working on my left arm, which is on the right side of your screen. And then after I would do something like that, I would go and do the right arm. And if, let's say, your dominant hand, you can do the treatment really well, but you can't do a non-dominant hand, you can do one of two things. You can train yourself to use your non-dominant hand well enough to release the other hand, the dominant side, which I would say it's in your best interest to do that. Otherwise, the other thing that you could do is, rather than develop your non-dominant hand to provide a decent treatment, is you could ask someone to help you. But do you really want to rely on someone else to help you out when you're trying to take care of yourself between massage therapy appointments, when you do have somebody to take care of you? That's just something to think about. Food for thought. Now let's continue. Next thing that we will be doing is the treatment portion of this particular video. Alright, so what you want to do is, after you finish warming up your hands and your forearm, if you're going to do your forearm, turn off the gun to start. Then put in your bullet piece, because we're going to be using the bullet piece. It's going to be great for getting specifically into a small area like the hand. So as you see, I put it on simply as I was talking to you. Then once it's on, that's when you turn it on. I'm going to put it on the lowest setting, but you could use like any setting that you deem appropriate. We're going to just similarly go into the hand, and I'm going to start just with this area just below the thumb, between the thumb and the wrist, and we're going to work that meaty part, and we're going to go up and down that meaty area. Then one of the things I'm going to do is I can expose it for about 30-60 seconds, but then I turn off the gun. I found a knot. I'm going to compress into that knot. Compression is one of the massage techniques that you can use to break up knots, and I'm going to hold there, and then I'm going to do something that's called the pin and stretch. While I'm compressing the muscle, I'm going to move my thumb back towards the wall behind me, so that way it causes it to stretch the area that I'm pinning out. I hold about 30 seconds or until I feel a release. Then I can go into a different area. Turn the gun back on. You start with working through the meaty areas. So you find those muscles, you avoid the bones and the tendons, and you just work it just like that, going between there. You can hold for long periods of time because it's meant to be a cool down. And one of the best parts about the massage gun, though you don't necessarily need it, is you can even work your fingers. So just like that, up and down, getting each finger and working it just like that. After that, you want to cross the other side of the joint. So
warning,
you don't put pressure on the joint. So if it bends, if it moves, and it's a joint, you do not put pressure on it because that's a quick way to hurt yourself, and you do not want to hurt yourself. So we work the palm, and not every muscle in the hand is only in the hand. There's some that cross that joint to move. So we work the forearm, that soft, meaty part of forearm. Same exact technique. You can find a knot, and you could either just have the massage gun beat it up a little bit, or you turn off the gun, you find that spot, you compress it, you can hold, and then you could even do a pin and stretch. Now, one thing to know is that when you're doing it, you feel sharp stabbing pain, you feel pulse, or you feel electrical sensation happen. Those are warning signs. That means stop, reset, and try again. You shouldn't be feeling those type of feelings. It means you're pinching a nerve, a blood vessel, something like that. Avoid that because you do not want to hurt yourself. Now that's what you need to know to use a massage gun to release your hands. You'll do the same exact thing on the other side. I'm only going to be doing the one side, so all you got to do is rewind it. I made sure to leave a timestamp so you can just jump back to the start of this technique and you don't have to search for it. Then do the exact opposite side, and when you're done, what I want you to do is to click on one of these videos that just appeared next to me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.